excited about what God is doing. I've got a quick testimony. Those of you that know me, man, I'm in college and I'm trying to finish up, hoping to, in Jesus' name, this is going to be my last semester. I'm going to graduate in December. Amen. It's been a long road, amen. But it looked like I was encountering a setback, amen, right? About a week before classes were set to start, I had, it was a good amount of money, amen, that I had not obtained yet in order to be able to go to school. And I tell you what's so funny is because I already knew that I was going to, encounter this, but the whole time I just was like, well, God, I don't know what you're going to do, but something's got to be done. Amen. And I'm not talking about, $200-300. I'm talking about $4,000. And so, amen, up until a week before classes were started, nothing was paid for. Amen. Nothing was, amen, moving what looked like on my end. Nothing was taking place. But how many know God is always working? God is always moving things, and God is always orchestrating things. Amen. And so it looked like, amen, every way that I went, wasn't going to be able to obtain it, and couldn't get the loan that I needed. Amen. But at the last minute, how many know God shows up? Amen. It looks to be the last minute, but He's right on time. Amen. And God allowed me, amen, to obtain, amen, what one wouldn't give to me. God said, I've got another way, amen, another door to open so that you can get the loan that you need so you can go to school and finish up this December. Amen. Come on and give God some praise. Amen. So how many know, it's real easy to be, discouraged, amen, about that. And there were so many different things, amen, that, I could have been looking at it, could have been panicking and this and that, but I said, God, you have brought me through a whole lot. Amen. And you have allowed me to encounter a whole bunch of things. Amen. And so I know that there is nothing, amen, that is too big for you. And so how many know, amen, at the end we can't do nothing but give God glory. Amen. That's why I love the way the pastor, amen, that's why always, lets us know, amen, praise God, is that, in everything we really do have to give God glory. Amen. Because even the job that we go to that, we feel it's our ability, God gives us the strength, but God the one that gave us the job. Amen. So that's not in all. We just got to give God praise. Is that all right? Amen. And so I pray that you all remain encouraged. Amen. And everything that God is doing in your life. And I want you to know that, if you feel like you are facing or, amen, coming up on things where it seems like the last minute, I don't know how it's going to work. Amen. I'm here to let you know that, not only have I experienced it, have I encountered it, amen, but I know God to be true, amen, and that's why you have to stay encouraged. You got to keep the faith even to the last minute. Come on now, amen. You come in here, you give God praise the same, you give God up the same, amen. You stay committed, you stay faithful, amen, and watch God show up and show out, amen. Amen. I love you, God bless you. Stay encouraged.
Yes, He will.
Yeah, I have just about the same testimony. Because, when I think that, first giving honor to God, the pastor, her husband, and my wife, and do it in order, and the church. And I want to thank everybody for all your prayers. Let me tell you something. My son, I thought that, things were going to be bad, and finally reached out and wanted help. So that prayer has been answered. Everything's good. And I was always wondering, why is it that a person has to go to jail to wake up from getting out the darkness? But it's true. For most of us, we're that hard-headed. Not everybody. God has to put you in a place for Him to talk to you. For you to realize that, your way wasn't the right way. Now you need to come out and do it my way. Come on. And you see, I had to learn that. Patience, whatever. Let me tell you something about wars and rumors of wars. See, it's physical and it's mostly spiritual. You see what I'm saying? See, I had wanted to pray for something that I've been working and battling on for years this past Sunday. And every time that temptation would come up, I think about the prayer. it flies away. You understand? So if anybody out there has anything that you know that's in your closet, come up and when they open up the doors of the church for prayer, and you have that little feeling, that's God. That's the Holy Ghost talking to you. Because in the corner of your mind, everybody knows what the dark secrets are. Everybody. Come up, Pastor Ty pray with you, Mom will pray with you, and you will pray for yourself. That's the only way you're going to get rid of it at all, period.
That is the key.
Amen.
I just want to get here and give God some room.
Yeah.
You know, God is a mighty God.
Yes.
But you know, I've been thinking and meditating, and I also realized that God is not only a mighty God, He is a humble God.
Yeah.
To have come down from heaven and dwell among us and get after
No, that's right.
He was on that cross and He said, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they do. He could have cursed us, and we've been
That's
completely
it.
justified it, but He chose not to. He said, forgive them, all that they do. And He's magnificent. I mean, it just amazes me how mighty He is. I mean, everywhere.
I know.
Everywhere. You know, you get self-dignified, people might cuss you up and down left and right, but you gotta remind yourself, you gotta be cool, man. They don't, you gotta forgive them, because they may not know what they do.
That's right.
You gotta have that same attitude. I just want to glorify God and thank God for that. But that's who He is.
I tell you what, I be crybaby. Because every time I think about the goodness of Jesus, man, and you go back through your life, through the craziness, through the dangers seen and unseen, and see how God has protected you, and protected your children, protected your family, all because you give Him what is due to Him. And you can't even give Him enough for what He has done. Come on, give God. Can't give Him enough. There is no repayment for what He has done. And I just give God praise because as my daughter called me, my baby girl, Gabby, called me early this morning crying. She said, Mom, it's serious. I was like, oh, how serious is it? And the Lord had already early in the morning praying for her. And I said, Lord, now, what is this that I'm praying for Gabby? And He said, just begin to receive. And so as I began to receive for her, she got T-bone. You know what T-bone is? Right? T-bone in her car. And she used to have she still has a kind of sport type car, low to the ground, and it's hard for me to get in sometimes. But when she got T-bone, it came, it went so far over to her that the officer was like, man, he said, you could have been dead. Come on, out of the impact of that car. Come on. Come on. And this has been a year for Gabby because, Gabby's 27. She resides in Marietta, Georgia. And my baby girl was like, Mom, she said, why am I always in an accident? I said, don't worry about why. I said, but you won't have no more after today. Come on, give God. How many know you got authority to speak that? Look at your neighbor, you gotta know who lives in you. Come on. The Bible says that He has given me power over all things. Over all things. Come on, when you live before God, I got power over every demonic spirit that try to come to take your life, and try to come to interrupt your life, and try to come to do whatever He comes to do. But He cannot do it because of the God I serve. Come on, give God a hallelujah. So I said, do you receive it? She said, oh yes, I do, Mom. Amen. Because of the fact that when you know God, He says, sometimes that, people don't understand, young people don't understand, is that, why your mama praying so much. You might not be praying for yourself, but thank God for a praying mama. Thank God for a praying family. Come on. You might have anything like that, but thank God for a praying dad. Come on, girl. Prayer works. That's why he said, pray without ceasing. Come on, pray without ceasing. You have to develop that relationship with God. Amen. And pray without ceasing. Daniel prayed 3 times a day. 3 times. We think 15 minutes is too long. We think an hour is too long. You be in here coming for prayer, then, the song bothers you. Trying to pray, the thoughts bother you. Can't even get focused on God because your mind is just wandering. Your mind wandering even when you're in the church. While the word comes, your mind is over here, over there. Just everywhere, but your body is here. You look like you're here. How many know you can be present in your body, but your mind is gone? That's right. Come on. But prayer is the key. Come on. Faith unlocks the door. Is that all right? Prayer is the key. And you tell me, well, God, I want you to do certain things. And when you begin to pray for God to be saving this one and saving that one, God ain't going to take over somebody's will. But what God's going to do, allow things to start happening through your prayer to get their attention, to put them in a position where they will submit themselves to God or acknowledge, man, I need to go to church. Man, I need to give God my life. But things will happen during the process of prayer while you're lifting up your loved one, lifting up your daughter, lifting up your son, lifting up your cousins, lifting up your grandkids, lifting up certain ones and saying, God, I need you to touch them. I need for you to save them. I need for you to deliver them. Hallelujah. What you telling God, whatever you need to do to get their attention, whatever you need to do to wake them up, God, do it. What you telling God, do it. That's what prayer presents. Come on. Prayer presents that. And faith says, I'm standing on it. Unless they're a son of perdition. Unless they're a daughter of prediction, unless they're a nephew of prediction. Come on. You cannot, because God knows what? All things. How many understand that? How many love him today? I love him. He wants us to develop a prayer life because prayer makes us humble. Come on, prayer helps us to get rid of stuff. Prayer helps us to get things in. And the thing about it is, it puts you in direct communication with your God. Come on. Now, the only time God won't hear a sinner is when you just in your foolishness and you really just praying just to pray. Oh, God, stop me from doing that. But you really don't need him. But then again, you say, oh, God, I need you. But yeah, you don't want to get rid of your unforgiveness. You don't want to get rid of your anger. So God don't adhere to prayers like that. How many understand that? He don't adhere to it. But he adheres to prayers that are sincere. Whether you're a sinner or not. He adheres to prayers that is sincere. That you really mean. That says, God, I need you to remove this unforgiveness. Because I got this. And you really sincere. And how do you know you're sincere? Because it comes with remorse. How many know what remorse is? Yes. You cry. Come on. You're really sorrowful for what you've done and what you're holding. And you realize that, man, it's tearing me apart. I don't want it no more. Enough is enough. Amen. Come on. Remorse says, I'm done. I'm finished. God, I need you. I don't want this no more. And you can tell when a person really, you can tell people that come up here and get saved. Really get saved. Because you know what? Their countenance change. Some people understand that when they see that their countenance change. Come on, that's how you know. It ain't by, amen, that you come into church and you come, oh yeah, they say, it's like, okay. I can tell by your countenance whether you really receive God or not. Come on, because one thing about what God does on the inside, He'll show it on the outside. Come on. And when He does it on the outside, He affects every part of your life. How many understand that? When you receive the gift of the Holy Spirit and you have Jesus in your life, he affects every part. God is not powerless. He affects every part of your life. What part? He affects the way you do your money. He affects how you walk. He affects how you talk. He affects how you treat people. He affects how you treat yourself.
Amen.
He affects the way you talk to people and how you talk to your loved one. He affects every part of your character.
Amen.
Come on. He affects every part. That's why he said, we'll know you by the fruit you what? Know you by your fruit. You don't bear something like Christ. If you ain't bearing nothing like Christ, something's wrong. Come on. I love a tree that has a bunch of oranges. Like in Florida, we just pick a bunch of oranges right off the tree. Get neighbor oranges or just regular oranges, tangerines right off the tree. And we love it when the trees are just blossoming with oranges. You just pull them right on off. But then they go to that tree that you go to. Ain't nothing on it. It's like, well, that tree supposed to have oranges too. What happened to it? And you want to go there and try to pick something in the pit. So you got to run back to the other one that got something. You understand that? You look at that one tree that's dead, that ain't no fruit on it whatsoever, so you can't pull nothing from it. But it's something about that tree that is in the right soil, growing properly, getting what it needs. And here it is, you could just, and when you pick from it, the oranges are sweet, not bitter, but it's sweet. That's because it's getting the proper nourishment it needs in the ground. Amen. And growing properly. Get fertilized right. The right fertilization. Everything it needs in order to grow. And so therefore, if Tanya's growing properly, she that tree, planted by the rivers of water, growing properly, have everything it needs in order to have that right fruit to grow from her, that it is sweet to pull from. Come on. So you can't naturally pull an orange from her head, but you can pull the sweetest knowledge. Oh my God, the sweetest wisdom, the sweetest understanding. Come on, dear God. That when you pull from it, Mark, it might hurt you because truth hurts. That don't mean the fruit is bitter. That means it's sweet enough to tear down your character so you can arrive at seeing yourself. And when seeing yourself, it makes changes in you because now I accept what she says and I apply it to my life. And I start doing as she what? Says, because it's what? Truth. Yes. Truth sets free. And he that is free is what? Free. Come on, give God a praise. That's why the Bible calls us, eat from the right, the tree by the fruit there. Because what we have on the inside, don't mistake him. Don't mistake God for just being a spirit. God is a person. Amen. Don't mistake him for being powerless that he can't help you. Come on. Just say you don't want help. Or you don't want to stop. Or you don't want to grow. Or it's too painful for you to go so far and stop. Or it's too painful for you to grow and get to the certain levels. Just say you're just not a person that wants to press that far. But there's some things in life, even if you don't want to press that far, certain things are going to make you press. I can understand that. Certain things will come to make you press. It will challenge your durability. It will challenge your mind. It will challenge your will that says, I can't stay stuck. I can't stay like this. I got to do something different. So what I used to try don't work, I got to try something different. Is that all right? Come on. And that's a point that wisdom God, when you have a fear of God, you won't take God's word so lightly. When you have a fear of God, you won't take what coming out of the mouth of God, which is a preacher, lightly. But you will take it and say, God, I got to work on me. I got to do something. Amen. To better myself. Come on, give God. You think bettering yourself is getting the car. That ain't bettering yourself. Because if you're not ready for that car, what'll happen? You're going to wreck it, or you're going to tear it up, or you're going to lose it. Through what? Not making payments, because you're not going to be faithful on your job, and you're going to get fired, and what's going to happen? You're going to get repossessed. Come on, is that all right? Come on. Because you get certain things don't mean you're ready for it. Come on. But that's where wisdom and knowledge is not contingent on what everybody else does. Some people look at what everybody else does and say, well, you know what? It's time for me to do that too. Come on. You might not be at, well, God is going this way. You might not be at the same level of knowledge. Come on, is that all right? That's right. You might not be ready to obtain what he has, because he has now mastered stewardship. Amen. He has mastered, not being led by what people say or what people do. He has mastered not going back into his old foolishness. He has mastered. Amen. Come on. He has mastered things in his life. So therefore, by him mastering and going through the process, he has obtained that ability to go forward and do what he needs to do. So now when he gets his car, he knows all that he needs to do, that he's out of his foolishness. He knows now how to maintain his car. He knows now how to be a good steward, to make sure if he got it on payments, make sure it's paid in full. And if it's already paid for, he knows how to maintain it by putting the oil in it. Some people think, oil just come. You ain't drive. Transmission take care of itself. Come on. You ain't got to do nothing. Just drive it for a whole year. Don't put no oil in it, no transmission oil. Don't check on the brakes. And you wonder why it broke down. Come on. Is that all right? How can you enjoy God? I don't know why God, I know why God is saying it. Somebody, is that all right? So, you can't base your life on everybody else. Growth is within oneself. Now, I can look at Dion, I can look at Deacon Fry, and I can say, man, I want to be like them. But now, what they went through, are you ready to go through what they went through in order to get where they are? Come on, is that all right? Are you ready to suffer some of the consequences to get where he at? Are you ready for the rebukes? Are you ready? Are you ready for the chastening? Come on, but it came in. Boy, that's pressure. Come on, pressure sure molded you. So are you ready for the, are you look at others and say, man, I want that same, I want pastors, I want that same amount of pastors. Pastor's been through some stuff. Come on. God didn't just give me what I have just from speaking in tongues, fasting and praying. And no, I had to go through some stuff. So I can be on every level of every individual, as far as I need to be in order to do and to comprehend, in order to counsel, in order to do those things God wants me to do concerning his people. Come on, is that all right? Somebody shout, I want my own. What you want your own glory? I don't want no borrowed glory. I want my own glory. Yes. Come on, is that all right? The Bible says we go from what? Glory to glory to glory. Come on. So if I let the process begin in me and not worry about nobody else, come on. Amen. Praise God. Then I can do those things God want me to do. I can be on the same, I can start understanding. Might not understand the way God understands, but God, I can start understanding your word the way you want me to understand. But I need to start. Somebody shout, start. Start. Is that all right? How do I start? By opening up God's word. Don't go to Isaiah because you don't understand nothing Isaiah said. Wow, you know what? The Bible is contradictory. No, it ain't contradictory. You to a book that you can't understand. You're a beginner. So why the beginner going to Isaiah and Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Come on. That was some deep prophecy. Come on. How in the world you gonna do that? No, you stick with Genesis. Go to Genesis, find out how he did the creation. Go to Exodus, find out about the book of the law. Then maybe you're ready for Acts to get you all revved up and fired up. Man, ready to go forth and witness to somebody and give God the word. Come on, give people the word about God. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Come on. I remember this young man, he had first got saved. You're going to get ready to go to Revelation. First got saved. And I think it was my husband. Or maybe it was my brother Sidney, because he was a part of my ministry. Well, it was a neighborhood that nobody could come in. Unless you know our family, you know our names. You had to know my name. Or you had to know somebody in my family, or know somebody in the family. The neighborhood, you just couldn't go in just coming in. That's the kind of neighborhood. So you had to know us. You had to know my name. You had to know my brothers. You had to know some other people in the neighborhood. And the reason why is because of what was going on there. Bad stuff. So the young man had just given his life to the Lord at this big, pretty church. And he was taking some classes on, learning how to witness and be a witness. Well, I knew his pastor. And I said, well, what are you doing in this neighborhood? Now, he decided to come along. Now, anytime we go witness, you always say, Jesus said, go 2 by 2.
Amen.
Come on. I said, go 2 by 2. And if they don't act right, and they don't want to believe, just shut the dust off the shoe and keep on going. Come on. And if the enemy get crazy with you, agree with them too. And keep on going. Come on. Amen. Because you look at Jesus, Jesus was in a very Arabic world. Just like over there, they're hostile. Those Arabs and Muslims and Shiites and Sunnis and, this is all similar. But they just got different names than what they had back then. But they are no different than their ancestors. Is that all right? So here it is. He said, go back 2 by 2. So this young man, got saved, and he wanted to go out and witness. Well, he came to the wrong neighborhood. He came to our neighborhood. And so he thought that he was ready and started going to one of the dads and talking about receive Jesus as your Savior and stuff like that. And they said, "Pow! Sure." And they called me. And I think about, Ronnie, was you with me or was it another guy? Well, it was you, right? Or was it my brother Sidney?
I was Sidney.
I was Sidney. So what happened is that somebody seen the young man and they got a hold of, call Pastor Jennifer. He was shot and laying there. And we began to go get him and ask him, what are you doing here? You don't know nobody. Who sent you here? And that's when he began to say, I'm saved. I'm just excited about, giving people the word. And I said, the Bible says these kind of demons come through what? Come on, in order to take out these kind of demons, or to minister to these kind of demons, you better be what? Fasting and you've been fasting. No, I just thought, we had to hurry call the ambulance, then we had to find out where his mother was, and then we took care of him and made sure he went on his road. But explain to him, this kind of neighborhood, unless you know myself or my family or people around here, you can't enter in. Because that's the kind of place it was. It was a crazy place. So here it is that he had the right mindset to witness, but he didn't have the power. How do you understand that? He did not have the power to deal with those demons that he was dealing with in that neighborhood. It wasn't only demons in the people, but it was a territorial demon. Just like in Saul days. Saul went right there where Deanna, I think Deanna was in the other goddess. Is Deanna? I think it was Deanna, well, mostly Deanna, they was worshiping Deanna. So was the idol god. And here it is. They begin to for because it was a territorial place where it was nothing but idol gods. So they found themselves having to run, and Peter was like, Paul, you better get out. I can't come right now. You better get to that theater somewhere. Come on, get somewhere safe. I can't get there now. That's the territory. You should have went there by yourself. I can imagine that conversation. Man, you what? You by yourself? You ain't got no, did you pray? He said, man, shut it down. Just start running. It ain't time to die today. We'll preach it again another time. Come on, give God hallelujah. God give you wisdom in certain things. Come on, He give you wisdom. So let's get ready to go. So as we look here now, is that God wants us to know Him on a level of being confident in Him, amen, and growing in Him, amen, and finding ourselves in life challenges growing every day because of the fact is that Jesus is soon to come. Well, you say, I know we've been saying this for 40 years, and then my mama was 80-something. I know they were saying it 87 years, and then I don't know Tanya mama, how old she was. They probably saying her age, and then, kept on going, and it's like, He ain't here yet. So it makes people think that, this is just, that's just a story tale. It's not a story tale. It's reality, and it's real. Is that certain things have to take place before God says, okay, I'm getting ready to end things right now. You understand that? So as we begin to look, I think we're going into 17th chapter. I got some of the pages. I just wrote one, and I got a couple more pages of 16, of the 16th chapter that I told you that I would give to you. Let me see if somebody has this first. Come on, everyone. Pass this out. So this. Start there. And what I did was I put down, as God began to lead about what's actually going on in our society. Now, we already know, we always go back to Matthew's 24, the 24th chapter. And when we look at the 24th chapter, that we see, number one, is that God already had told Jerusalem. So Jerusalem, you know what? You're getting ready to be taken over. You're getting ready to be burnt to the ground. I weep for you because of what's getting ready to happen. Y'all going to be killed. Some of y'all taken into captivity. They're going to triumph. They're just going to trample over you. Come on. A lot of stuff is going to happen. And here it is that they really didn't believe that prophecy. But every prophecy in the Bible has come to pass. And it's still coming to pass. How many understand that? It's still coming to pass. So when we look at Revelation, as God is beginning to, open some things up. Here's something like that. Here, come on. Did y'all do it? It's your heart. I know Tony looking at me funny, because she like, how many more we got to go? Everybody shouldn't have it. Everybody don't want it. Not everybody needs it. So, yeah, give it to me. Yeah, everybody don't want to need it. But we're the ones that. So in that, we want to look at what God is actually saying. So we know number one is that the beast is going to rise. And we know which the head is the Antichrist. So now I think in chapter 13, he talks about the beast and the Antichrist. And he talks about, the governing powers. So number one, we already have come to that conclusion of that we know it's going to be one that's going to be politically over everything, that's going to be running our society and going to be running everything. And let me share this with you young people. You're not too young to give Christ your life. Come on. Once you're at that certain age to know right from wrong, come on. It's on you to try to live right, to do what's right, so that you can make it to heaven. Come on. The Bible says when you go to the graveyard, there's big graves and what? Little graves. A lot of people don't like to hear this kind of message. They like to, they hear the mushy message that, but, of blessings and healing and stuff like that. But the reality is that a lot of people are not going to be prepared for what's going to happen is because of the fact they don't want to hear it. And what you don't know will hurt you. Come on, is that all right? What you're not prepared for will hurt you. And that's what the Bible get us prepared for. He get us prepared for those things that's getting ready to happen that we don't see that is actually coming. Is that all right? But he puts it in the word to let us know somewhat. He don't give us the total plan, but what he give us the idea of that we can spot this is going on and what's happening, so we can understand that, you know what, this is in order. This is lining up for God to move and for the end time to come forward. So I need to make sure is that I got my life right. I need to make sure is that my heart is right. And you don't have to believe whatsoever, but it ain't based on your belief. It's based on the facts of God's word. Come on, give God a hallelujah. Not everybody going to heaven. And I feel sorry for those that ain't going. Because all your torment that you feel here, all your worst fears, come on, everything that you're going through here, you're going to be alive right there, right in there, and you're going to be going through a lot of those things. Over and over and over and over and over. You sure would have over and over and over. What do you think torment is? Torment ain't nothing good. How can you understand that? So when we look at the 17th chapter, so God is still dealing with John. He's still dealing with John. Number 7 is what? What does number 7 mean? Completion. So when we're looking at 17 and we got 18 and we got number 19, we're dealing with the completion of what God is going to do in these last days of tribulation. And we're just in the beginning of it. Just the beginning of it. We're not even near to the end. Even though we see wars and rumors of wars, even though we see what Syria is doing and what Turkey is doing, what the United States is doing, even calling for peace with moving the embassy to Jerusalem, even with trying to call for peace, we're even stating that Israel is the capital. Did I say that right? Of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. I know I'm always going there. But the thing about it is that even with the United States stating that, and they had already won the war anyway, that concluded that. But that right there alone still said from Israel is that it don't even matter. We have to come in terms ourselves of talking peace. How many understand that? So no matter what the United States does, come on, amen, is what they are proposing to themselves, because it goes beyond just a state. It goes into now Isaac and Ishmael of holy lands. What is mine and what is yours? What is said to be mine is mine. And what they believe that God had given Ishmael, they believe that no, Ishmael belonged, the land belonged to Ishmael. So this is ours. Pakistanians said, no, this is our land. This is what, it belongs to us. But yet the Bible says that I didn't give this land to you. I give it to who? Isaac. Come on. So it's a holy war. Has nothing to do with politics, has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with that. It's just a holy war that always went on in the Word regarding control and territory. How can you understand that? Some fights are not over money. Come on.
But do they not have the Torah? Does it not say choose the land to begin with?
Of course, but they don't go by that all the time. So it's like blind leading the blind. So no matter what the Torah, now let me share this even with the Torah, because it's really the law. It don't really base it a whole lot on, Isaac and Ishmael. But the thing about it is that a lot of them still don't want to believe. Number one is that, that Isaac is really the son, even though both of them was the son. Ishmael was the son of the bondwoman. Not of the free. Sarah was of the free, not of the bond. So, in that they still don't believe in our God, which is Jesus Christ. Is that all right? Come on, so let's get ready to go over a little bit. I hope our leaders are ready. Y'all study a little bit? Deep, you study? Okay, so now, when we look at, and there came one of the 7 angels. 7 in completion. God loved the number 7. We're not going to be on it long. Which had the 7 vials. Somebody can tell me what the 7 vials are? Very good judgment. I know our leaders already know that, so they don't have to answer it. So let's write down judgment. And talk with me. So he's saying, God, begin to talk with me. Saying unto me, come hither, come hither. I will show unto thee the judgment of the what? The great, you can say it. No, it's not a cuss word. Come on. So of the great whore that sitteth, what? That sitteth on many waters. So we're going to stop right there. So now number 1. When we look at number 16 and we see that, first of all, the great city called, a couple of things, Sodom, Egypt, and Jerusalem. Now, but we're looking at now something now that refers to now, this woman refers to what she's sitting on, refers to how many, and refers to the name that she is also given. And then it goes down to what she's wearing, the colors that's so important of what she's wearing. So when we look at this, so we look at the great whore, so we already went over, I think, in your old study of the great whore. Because we know, number 1, the United States was not in existence. How many understand that? Rome was not in existence. How many understand that? And how we're going to get our great whore is that we know what a woman of the night does. That's right. Fornicates. Go with, do unseemly things. That's why we tell our young men, watch out for those girls. Come on there. If they trying to push themselves on you, don't you do it. You watch out for girls like that. Come on. Nice girls don't do things like that. Nice girls wait. Nice girls don't present themselves in a way. Nice girls don't have to, array themselves in certain ways. But, you ain't got to show everything. How many understand that? Come on. It's not what they see they want. It's what they don't see. Come on. So when you come down to that woman that arrays herself, and the Bible calls her whore, because she is one that goes out and she tempts. And she seduces. How many understand that word? Tempts and seduces. So now, it was only one other incident that God began to let us know that how the church is. And one asked me that, is this about the church? No, this is not about the church. This is talking about a real life city. This is talking about a real life nation. This is talking about real life things that's getting ready. And, and you can style it to the church just like God did with Hosea. He styled his wife to the church because the church kept going in and out, in and out. So he styled his wife to the church, how the church would do him. To who is him? God. God said they love me 1 minute, and they say, they're going over here to Satan and doing what they want to do. Then when they can't get out of what they're in, then you want to use me. God, I need you. One guy said, I hate that every time I come to you, it's every time when I need something from God. And I told him, I said, we all do it. But one day you get to the place where it won't be that you need prayer and you need the woman of God to touch you and speak a word and blah, blah. You'll get to a place where you'll come to find out and say, God, you know what? I'm tired. I need to get my life right. I want to stay right. I want to be able to reach you for myself. I ain't got to go to the pastor. I ain't got to go, come on, Sister Tom. I ain't got to go to Pastor Ty. I can reach you for myself. Because what? The life that I live. Come on, give God praise. Is that all right? Touch your man and say, you can get there. You can get there. If I can, so can you. You got to be willing. So now, when we look at this here, go back to, let's go so we can show you. Genesis, what chapter would it be? What chapter would it be, leaders? We had this study before. Of little bit of it. Very good. Go to Genesis chapter 11. So now we can understand why is God talking about showing him this great whore that sits upon many waters. Now, the many waters is nothing but not a group of people, but you're talking about many people. So the group of waters will be many people, nations, tongues, all sorts of people. Is that all right? Come on, so that's what the many waters represent. Because when you look at the waters is representing overseas. Overseas, over nations. So we're not talking about, the Pacific Ocean. Talking about the Mediterranean, metropolitan areas, all sorts of, the Black Sea, all these waters, all over. So, when we look at the whore that comes to seduce and tempt, the Bible says in Genesis, when you begin to look at Genesis 11th chapter, that it goes all the way back with Noah and his kids. Babylon is always represented by a lot of different names. Number one, we found out is Jerusalem. And then in here is going to be another name. But it's also, too, representative of the Persian Empire. Because the Persian Empire was founded by the Babylonians. I don't want to give you too much history because I don't want to bore you. But also, too, when you get into that, then you get into the Assyrian Empire. Then from the Assyrian Empire, then it moves into the Roman Empire, or the Roman Empire, emperors. So it moves into that also. So, but when we look at what caused, where did this come from when he began to talk about the whore, the seduction, the tempting? How did they claim that the United States is the one that is the seduction, is the one that is seducing, when it wasn't even back in Noah's days? It wasn't even in existence. Jerusalem wasn't even in existence. Israel wasn't even in existence. So the only one that was in existence was Noah's children. You got it, Janice? So as we look at this, get a towel back. That's right. So we find that Babylon, somebody shout Babylon. That's to keep some of you guys awake. That's the only reason I'm doing. Babylon is the founder of that city that is called whore. And the reason why is because of what they did. Who got it? Can you read it? Or you want me to read it? Go ahead.
And the whole earth was one of one language and of one speech.
Now, number one, before all of us in existence, we had just Noah family, Adam and Eve, the city of Nod, Cain and Abel, all of them, everything is gone. Now God got a new creation, new earth. Everything else from the city of Nod, all that wickedness, gone. Now you have an ark that went up over 30,000 feet. And now you have it now done landed. So he says this, his children get out of the ark, and down they are replenishing the earth with just their family, so that we all kin. There ain't no pure white blood. Woo! Ain't no pure black blood. Woo! Oh my gosh. Come on, give God a hallelujah. Hallelujah. And those that think they are, I feel sorry for them. Come on, because when they run the test of the DNA all the way back to Adam and Eve, and then when they look at that these people were the only ones from Israel, the ones that from you mean those people over there in that country populated all of us? What? Oh my God. Read on.
And it came to pass,
Come on.
as they journeyed from the east,
And the journey from the east,
that they found a plain in the land of Shinar.
come on, they found a plain in the land of what?
Shinar.
Shinar.
And they dwelt there.
Uh-huh.
And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar.
Now, number one, you got him that was being devious and playful, because now he done found his father just drunk from eating grapes from the vine. He didn't make no juice. He ate the grapes from the vine because it was overheated and it got fermented. So instead of uncovering instead of walking backwards, how they would do, keep from seeing their father nakedness, his foolishness ran right through his generation. So you have them now, just the brothers, sisters, nephews, cousins, saying, let's build. Let's build this what? Town. Is that right, Tony? Let's build it. Let's see. We don't want God to see it. Which I don't even understand that understanding. Anybody got it? I don't even understand. How in the world, you must be really crazy to think that you serve a God or have a God and he can't see you. I guess they were thinking of some type of wood God. But they said, let us build it. And, maybe God won't keep God from seeing it. Go ahead.
And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower.
Come on.
Whose top may reach unto heaven.
Everybody want to go large. Everybody want to go high. Everybody want to go big. Who can build the biggest tower? Who can build the biggest skyscraper? Who can build, you see all these big buildings, everybody just want to keep on going high up in the sky, like the Twin Towers. Then next thing you know, what else it was? What is the biggest building? What is it called? The Sears Tower? I never seen it. No. Oh my gosh. And I went there a couple of times. Why never seen it? So everybody want to go tall. Go ahead. Wow.
And let us make us a name.
Lest
we be set.
Now, number one, they said, let us make us a name. Men all want to glorify themselves. Let's make us a name. Ain't about nobody else. Us. It's about me. Go ahead.
Lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth.
Come on.
And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded.
Yes.
And the Lord said, behold, the people was one, and they have all one language.
Now look at, behold, the people was what? One people. One language. They understood each other, brothers and sisters, cousins, nephews, all over there. Middle East. Understood each other. One language. And look what happened. And I kind of thought about too. I was like, isn't that something? God, mixed up the language, gave them all kind of different language. I would have thought that I see my cousin say, I know you're my cousin, but I probably can't speak your language, but I know you're my cousin. But I kind of wanted to God kind of mix up their memory too. Because they the one that kept fighting against each other. And, doing all kind of stuff. So I got to remember, man, God, did you kind of mix up their memories so when they see each other, they didn't even know each other? They look like strangers. Come on. I thought about that. I said, man, because how in the world could you fight your brother? Where's the love? Go ahead.
This they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them.
Yes.
Which they have image to do.
Come on.
Go to, let us go down and there confound their language.
Come on, he said, let us go down, underline, and some of y'all should already have it. We've been going over this and going over this. And confound, and what now?
Confound.
Confound them, and mix it up. Let's mix it up. Go ahead.
That they may not understand one another's speech.
That they may not understand one another's speech. And you wonder, well, how all these languages got? Right here. Yep. Come on. Right here. This is how mighty God. You wonder how in the world Arabic came about? Right here. You wonder how, Spanish come about? Right there. You want to know how all these other languages come about? Right here. We serve a mighty God. And then as they went farther north, as they went farther south, as they went farther east, they developed even more different languages. Even when Columbus came on the scene. Come on. The earth shift. The plates of the earth begin to shift and make more areas of the country that was discovered by Columbus and others that wasn't even in existence. Somehow shall I serve an awesome God.
upon the face of all the earth, and they
Come on.
left off to build the city.
Come on.
Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did
Hold on
their
1 minute. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I love this part because, you know, when you look back at verse 4, when they were saying, you know, let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad. And the very thing that, because of them seeking for their own glory, the very thing that they didn't want to happen, happened.
Yes,
Because they were going about, and that's just our lives too, you know, I look at that. The very thing when we start doing that, seeking our own glory, the very thing that we try not to let happen, that's what's gonna happen.
Come
We
on.
seek the wrong thing.
Come on, give God a praise. I mean, got that. Come on. Anytime you seek your own glory, pride, and your own selfishness, it ain't gonna work out. Come on. You gotta let go pride and let go your selfish self so that good things can start happening and not falling down when you actually get something good, then it start falling apart. Come on, God dealing in unity, not in selfishness. Come on, give God. Go ahead.
Therefore is the name
She
of it
started
called
real
Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of
Come on.
all the earth. And
Yes.
from this did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth.
Come on. Upon the face of all the earth. So, is that the end of it? Okay, so God began to scatter them, and so to scatter them, then they begin to go out and begin to, make cities, and one of the cities, became or Haran, and then from to Haran, you have all of these other Tyre, Tyre, Sodom, Gomorrah. All of these was a part of that seduction and temptation that the Babylonians did. And the Babylonians was the major ones that started even with the moon cult, started idol worshiping, started all kind of stuff. Things that it might not even be good to even say right now. But let's say the moon cult and some other idolatry. It came from Babylonian. Now when you look at Jeremiah 51, go to Jeremiah 51. Later you had not only Babylon, you had you had Haran. You had the Egyptians, Pharaoh, that thought of themselves God. Now, you did not have just idol gods, but you had kings that thought they was gods, and people worshiped them like they were God.
Amen.
Come on. And then you find the people of God, the children of God, getting wrapped up in that ideology, getting wrapped up in that stuff and getting influenced. That's why you gotta be careful. Some folk that know what's right, they start hanging around other folk or start listening to a certain person, and then they start getting tied up in that person that got the spirit of influence stuff. Come on. That's the spirit of influence. If they can influence you to jump off a building and you do it, something's wrong with that picture. And you know good well that if you jump on that building, you're going to die. But you got some people, and it's real, that got the spirit of influence that can influence you to do anything. Knowing good well that I shouldn't be doing that. That ain't right. That's wrong. But you still go along with it. Because that spirit of influence that's in them. Influencing your mind to make you believe, oh, you know what, go ahead. Especially with that, I love you. You love me, show me that you love me. If you love me, do what I do. If you love me, do. And I should be doing that. Come on, that right? That spirit of influence. If you love me. Okay, this is enough. Is that all right?
Yes.
Say, get your microphone. Come on, testify. I mean, you got to be careful when you're even in a relationship.
That's it. When I was younger, I was in a relationship with one, and he had that spirit of influence, and everything that he said, I did.
Come on.
Thank God that he didn't tell me to jump off a bridge because of the mindset that I had then.
Come on.
I would have done it because he was had such a influence over my life, and because of that, you know, I did end up doing some things that, you know, I should have never done that really hurt me in the process of doing those things because of that spirit of influence. But I just thank God where I'm at now.
No, come on, give God hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Come on, and when you got a relationship with God, you gotta make sure that you're strong enough. Come on, before you start meddling around with folk that, you know, that ain't saved, but they're doing something totally different than what you were doing. And then feeling things, but, you know, the next thing you know, you going off and getting involved in stuff that you ain't got no business even get involved in. Trapped in stuff that you, and some, well, you know, I get somebody, you know, maybe mama help me, daddy help me. Sometimes God will say, you know what, they're going to help you this time. Whoa. Come on. Spirit of influence exists. So now, Jeremiah 51. Go to Jeremiah 51. He said, well, Mia, why are we doing it? Because all of this is part of one. See, we don't be rushing down to 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you ain't got no understanding of one. So we know that number one, that Babylon, nothing else was in existence. They were the key runners and the key seduction that filled the whole earth with their idolatry, filled the whole earth with their fornication, filled the whole earth with their seduction. And everybody was a part of it. The city of rain, the city of earth. All of it was a part of it because, why? Their foolishness to want to build this tower. All it did was just spread through the earth. Come on. You don't need TV to give you bad thoughts. What do you think Cain got that bad thought? To kill his brother Abel. They didn't have TV. They didn't have direct TV. They didn't have, what is it? They didn't have Comcast. They didn't have no cell phone. Child, follow this. Child, ain't no demons coming through that TV. They ain't demons coming through that TV. It was already there before the TV came on.
Yes.
Hello, is that all right?
Yes.
Can I be real with you?
Yes. Amen.
Come on. Television is not the problem. You the problem. Because if Cain can kill his brother and there was no internet and there was no TV, but it was already in his heart. Murder was already in his heart before the word murder came on the scene.
Amen.
Before the word murder was even existed.
Amen.
How many understand that?
Amen.
That vocabulary wasn't even there until you did that. Come on. My God. Somebody shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
That's why the Bible said be transformed by what? Renewing up you gotta watch what you think.
Yes.
Tell them thoughts. Pull down them strongholds. Come on, you gotta pull them down. I will not think like this. I will not do those things. I don't have to entertain that thought. Entertain that thought. The devil is a lie. Get out of my mind. I will think those things that are holy. I will think those things that are pure. I will think those things that are good report. If there be any virtue, I got some wrong. If there be any virtue, yes, lie to me. If there be any virtue, think on those things.
Yes.
I don't have to. Yeah, that woman look good, but I ain't got the lust after her. I can tear down that thought.
Yes.
Woo! Come on, somebody. I ain't gotta think of a lie. And sometimes you ain't even thinking, the devil just bring it to you.
Yes.
Come on, when he bring it to you, the Bible says you can resist him. Come on,
Yes.
and he'll what? Flee from you. I can control my thoughts. I don't have to give in to my thoughts or cravings. Come on, somebody.
Amen.
Tell the kids, you ain't got to get on the bandwagon. Love you.
Yes.
Love being by yourself. If nobody don't want to be with you, you ain't got a friend. Love, you are your best friend.
Yes.
Come on, give God a hallelujah. You got the best, you don't like me. I don't got no friends, baby. You got the best friend in the world, yourself. Because you know you ain't got to be, you ain't got to worry about you cheating you. You ain't got to worry about you lying on you. You ain't got to worry about you, talking about you. Unless you talk about you in the mirror, something wrong. But you know you. And other people want to be you. Come on, is that all right? Woo! So therefore, trying to hurry so we can get out And through acknowledging and through knowing him and through learning his word, it gives us the truth so we can be free of all of this other religious rhetoric that comes over the TV and through other people that preach one thing, and here it is, they can't even show you where, what happened? Show me where that at. Well, you know. Now sometimes I paraphrase, and I paraphrase good, and it might not be exactly, but it says what it is, and I can take you to it. Come on, somebody. Give me Google, I can really take you to it. Google it, that's it. Come on. So what is this? Going to this, Jeremiah 51, 7th verse. I think I want the 7th verse. We almost, this is going to take a little bit.
Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Babylon. Now, so we find it now, is that this whore, which is she, come on, is, somebody shout Babylon.
Babylon.
Come on, you're looking at the real Babylon, what God is showing John. And then you're also looking at another one as we go, as the representative of Babylon, as we come down. Now, a lot of prophetic people, they style Babylon as the United States. It's not the United States of America. Come on. Even though we might be a prosperous state, but a lot of our things come from Great Britain. Come on. They're the leader, and also, you know, different other European countries are the leader in a lot of different things. And the United States is not even the forefront of what's really coming out. The next big thing is coming out. So we're not the leader. We used to be almost near, but we're not. A lot of our stuff comes from Great Britain. You take even the lights that's on the street, you know, the cameras, those lights, Great Britain had that way before we developed it. And then we see what Great Britain was doing, you know, with their lights, not the lights, but the cameras. I'm sorry, the cameras that was catching people that didn't have to have cops on the ground. They come from Great Britain in those areas because of that, you know, they was the leader of it. So a lot of stuff that we have, it looks like, oh man, America's in the forefront of law. America's getting their stuff from other people. But that's all right. We climb it. So, read again. Jeremiah 51.
Verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
So now, somebody shout Babylon.
Babylon
is her name. Babylon is a golden cup
that made all the earth drunken.
that made also, you see here? So, Babel is Babylon. Babel is Babylon. So God is letting you know right here. He said, yeah, I'm going to destroy Babylon. It will be utterly destroyed. It would never inhabit. And right here till today, it's still desolate. Hussein, I'm saying his name right? Saddam Hussein, he even tried in the 80s to do a building campaign with Babylon. Didn't even happen. The Gulf War came, shut that down, could do nothing. So, what God said in his word, he was going to bring it to a desolate place, it's still desolate. And still, as he brings Babylon forth in this here, we know he's not talking about the Babylon. Is that all right? But the Babylon back in these days, in the ancient days, did exist. So go ahead.
The nations have drunken of her wine.
Said the nations. So you see, I'm not lying. Come on. So the nation did drink of her what? Of her wine. That's what wine do, get you drunk. Tastes good. Get you drunk. I heard y'all young people don't get drunk. Because drunkenness and drinking wine is just a start of something else. Is that all right? Lead to one thing or another. Feel grown. Oh, I'm not being grown, child. You want to be grown, be responsible. Don't drink. Come on. Is that all right? Don't do drugs. Don't let some other substance get a hold of you to take control that you can't take control of yourself. Is that all right? I wish more people that have had that experience can help these kids understand. And you got some kids, they'll never understand. Come on. Some of them always always be someone who will end up being destructive. But hopefully in that destruction, they got enough foundation to know God that says, you know what, I want to pull on God. I need to get my life right. Come on, give God praise. If you have friends that got to tell you to do certain things, that be with them, don't even do it. Come on, you better than that. Is that all right? So what he says?
Therefore, the nations are mad.
Therefore, the nations are mad. You got Ethon. Ethon right here as we go down. Ethon is another word for nations that leads into talking about the Gentiles. Because at the beginning, there was never, what you call that, God said that I'll make you a father of many nations. He wasn't talking about nations like, because no, there was no country, but he told me I'll make you the father of many, what? Gentiles, not sinners. And that's what we think Gentiles are, because our English language. But back then, it wasn't styled. Gentiles was not considered, sinner. Thank you, I'm having that moment. Go ahead. What else you saying, my Tanya?
Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
And you see here, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Because you had the different wars that came forth that really utterly desolated them. I mean, you had the Roman Empire. They came and just desolated. And God used Babylon to put his people where? In captivity through Nebuchadnezzar. So go ahead.
Howl for her, take balm for her pain.
Come on.
If so be she may be healed.
If so be she may be.
If so be she may be healed.
That's Hebrew. If so be she may be healed. Come on. Come on. So let's get ready to go back to, so how many understand that?
Amen.
Amen. If you don't understand, say I don't understand. I'm glad because you would be holding us up. But you can get rid of this later. I'll get some notes on that. Amen.
That was a good scripture anyway. To
Come
show
on.
that by them using a revelation as woman.
That's right.
Is referring to her pain.
And I hope y'all understand. And I'm going to tell you to underline it. So if y'all see that, what verse is that?
8.
Number 8. For her, she. So underline that because it's styling her as Babylon. So we're going to take another scripture down. So he says, number 2 in Revelation 17th chapter. Let's go back to Revelation 17th chapter. So everybody understand? So her sitting on many waters are the people of the earth, and who she has influence over. So we're talking about Babylon. Somebody shout, we're talking about Babylon. Now we're not talking about the Babylon of this day because it's going to be styled. I'm going to take you to where it's now going to be styled to Rome. Is that all right? But the Bible talks in strictness of the Babylon because the Babylon was desolated and is desolated, destroyed. Is that all right? Okay, go ahead and, verse 2.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
Now I want you to stop right there. Now, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication and what?
Have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of their fornication.
Now, in that, we look at a lot of kings of Israel that did a lot of evil. Who can name one or two of them? Man, that's where I'm going to. How in the world you do that? That's God. Ahab is one of them. Name another one. This Josiah. Oh, actually, king of Israel. I know. Jeroboam, that's it. Yes. No, he wasn't a king. Yeah. Go ahead, Mark.
Solomon, who built temples for false gods.
Well, let's see. Yeah, but and I guess what I'm looking at is Solomon allowed them to build. He didn't build them, but he allowed his wives to build while he chased after the Shunammite woman. So his heart was turned, but what he did not do like the other kings, and this is what this verse is about. The other verses, the kings, what they did, they seduced the people and enticed them to worship idol gods. Solomon didn't do that. So that's the kind of king I'm looking for. So that, say it again. Was he Israel? Jeroboam? Yeah, Israel king. Well, you know what? They all came together. That's two, both of them came together. Go ahead, Zach. King Uzziah? Yeah, that's one. Yeah, so you had, and he became evil. They got pride. That's right. He got lifted up in pride. Now with King Uzziah, I don't think he was not one that enticed them to do evil, like take down the groves. So let's go to. I'll show you. Let's go to 1 Kings, 16th chapter. We want to move. So you can understand, and if you go home, look at some of the kings of Israel that had a good heart, but they ended up going bad, or some of them even started out bad because of their father, and they tore down those altars of God, and they put up false altars. Now, what we're going to show you here is concerning Jezebel. So let's go to it, Jezebel. 1 Kings 16. Who got it? Let's start at the first verse, because we want to give them an idea. Okay. How many, is anybody understanding? Yes. Right. So she said on many waters, and our people are influenced, and say that again. Chapter 16. Go down, go down to the 30th, not the first verse, I'm sorry. Go to about the 31st verse. Okay. Ahab marries Jezebel, right. Okay, so 16th chapter? Yeah.
And it came to pass, as if it had been a light thing for him to walk in the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, that he took to wife Jezebel, the daughter of Ethbaal, king of the Zidonians.
Now, king of the Zidonians. Go ahead.
And went and served Baal and worshipped him.
Now, here it is, Elijah. God began to move on Elijah and began to tell him to go and get Ahab and tell him is that, what you're doing is not. In other words, is that, what did he call him? Oh my goodness. Oh, it just slipped my mind. Old troubler of Israel. That's what he called him. Old troubler of Israel. Thou that troubles Israel with the things that you're doing. Because he knew, he supposedly had a relationship with God, but because of his wife served Baal. And here it is, Elijah, when it came down to the 450 prophets, here it is, he began to kill all of Jezebel's 450 prophets. And she got mad. And boy, she came after him, didn't she? So go ahead.
And went and served Baal and worshipped him. And he reared up an altar for Baal in the house of
Now,
Baal.
key that verse. So he said he reared up an altar for Baal. Now, he knew better in Israel. Israel's supposed to serve the living God. Jehovah. Yahweh. He's supposed to serve God. Go ahead.
An altar for Baal in the house of Baal, which he had built in Samaria.
Go ahead.
And Ahab made a grove, and Ahab did more to provoke the Lord God of Israel to anger than all the kings of Israel that were before him.
Now, key that verse. Number one, he did the most anger God. And this is why they always went into captivity. This is why a lot of times that, a lot of their kingship did not make it. It failed. It's because of the fact they always went back doing something they had no business doing. And that's why you got to be careful who's in your life. If you're going and saying, I want to be like God, I want to have a life like, you better be watchful who's in your life. Amen. Come on. You want somebody that's going to be just like you, going the same way you're going, not trying to entice you to do something different. You want somebody that's going to better themselves along with you. Not somebody you trying to better yourself and they still trying to tear you down or trying to get you to destroy yourself. And that's what Jezebel did with Ahab. She's like, I don't want to hear about that lie, God. What you do, you set up my God. I don't want to hear about the living God. And he loved her. And by him loving her, made him do those things against the living God. So, is it worth it? Read on. He angered God. And this is what's going on right now, is that this generation is coming to a conclusion of leaving God out of everything. They're coming to a conclusion of believing more man than God, or making their pastors or making people around them and serving the preacher more than the Creator.
Yes.
They're believing like when it was no kings in the Bible. Before there was kings in the Bible, people believed, well, you know what, whatever is right in my sight, in my own eyes, is right. Whatever is wrong, is wrong. And so they're taking on that same philosophy right today. Well, you know what? I don't have to believe that there's a real God. I don't want to believe that there's a real God. Whatever is right to me is right. It ain't according to what you believe, and how many others understand is not a belief. It's facts. It's the truth. So he said what?
In his days did Hiel the Bethlite build Jericho.
That's all right. Let's go back to Revelation. We'll stop right there. Let's go back to Revelation right quick and get one more verse. Revelation 17. We know when it's time to do something different. Anybody else got anything to say? How are you doing over there, Deep? You doing okay? What did you get? Did you get it with Babylon? You did? Okay. Why did you have it?
And I also had Jeremiah 51.
Why did you have it? Why did you have it?
Because I'm talking about Babylon, and I knew from the first day we had of it, I did find a couple of them, but most of them coming over.
I like that. Come on.
And I found about Babylon.
Uh-huh.
And I found out that Babylon and Babylon was coexisting together.
That's it. Amen. Come on, give out this a hand. Okay, so we're going to get this and get ready. So he carried me away. So y'all got the 17th chapter. However, they still laughing. 17th chapter in the 3rd verse. Go ahead, Tony. That's all right. Now listen.
In the spirit, into the wilderness.
Yes.
And I saw a woman sit upon this.
So he said, now look, God done carried. She gonna be, I don't think she's gonna be good for the rest of the night. You know how to close this off. So God began to carry John away in the spirit. So we know one thing is that dreams, you look at your neighbor and say, dreams are real. When you have dreams, they're either about your past, or they're about your present, or they're concerning your future. So if you fall asleep, you shouldn't sleep the same anymore. Because if you go to dreaming, it's either about your past, your present, or it's coming into your future. Your future could be that next second, what's going to happen, or the next minute. You say, well, what do you mean by that? And just when I had a dream about my sister. We're going to get ready to close. Because when I get ready to go into this, it's going to go into some stuff that's going to follow. And I want to hear what some of y'all had third verse before I bring it out. But I had a dream once with my sister, getting ready to go into an accident. I think I told this because it's kind of simple. And I had a dream that she was on Gallup Boulevard and she was in a bad car accident. Now, mind you, in my dream, I was on that corner. And as I was on that corner, I seen how the accident went when it began to hit her. And the Lord began to move upon me to pray. And I began to intercede. As I began to see, the Lord woke me up out of that dream and said, get up. And I got up out of my dream. He said, get in your car, and I want you to get ready to go to Gallup Boulevard. And as I was going down to Gallup Boulevard, here it is that when I was on that corner, I seen a bunch of commotion, and there she was, crying, and on the phone, saying, I'm trying to call my sister. And I said, Cheryl, here I am. And she's like, I was just trying to call you. And her car was so mashed to the front from the back, I mean, she shouldn't even make it out. But because the Lord had me at that corner in my dream and said, intercede right now forward. As I began to see the crash go forward, then he woke me up after and said, now I want you to go down there because now I want you to see this is real. This is a real result of what your prayer just did and what I just did in your dream. Come on, give God praise. So don't think that you're dreaming just a dream. And sometimes you be dreaming because you've been angry, or sometimes you dream stuff of what you're telling me. That's why I asked them, to make sure if you bring me a dream, and make sure you don't be on that horoscope. Somebody being the palm of your hand and doing horoscope stuff. Those are familiar spirits. Is that all right? If you really want the truth of what your dream and what God is actually saying, you need to go to the one that God has given the ability to interpret dreams. Is that all right? Come on. Now, you have people telling me, I talk to the dead. They're not talking to the dead. They're talking to demons. What we said? Well, they know where I live and they know they left that bracelet there. Well, of course. Demons know everything. They're spirit. The dead, the Bible said in Ecclesiastes, don't have no remembrance anymore in the grave. So, but they have the ability and to talk, and here it is, they don't even know that they're not talking to the loved ones of the person. They're actually talking to spirits, demons. Because that's the word. We'll get into that all day. But just know is that, everything that happens in this life is that for your next warning or what is getting ready to happen, it is real. Sometimes it can be on death. My daughter and Tanya and myself, some of you, Johanna, can have dreams. I think Dion too can have dreams about, but you know what? I seen this happen. This person in my dream, died, or this person in my dream, got cut or whatever. And I told him, I said, look here, let's see how your dream works. Write it down, and the Lord is saying this, the Lord is saying that. And then next thing you know, it's happening, just as God is showing them. So, your spirit man, and which people don't realize, I'm going off on this. We're going to get ready to go. Your spiritual man, your spiritual man goes back into the habitat in which it comes from. How many understand what that is? Your spiritual man, when you sleep, it goes back into his habitation. And you know what that habitation is? Where it comes from? No, not Jesus, not heaven. Right back into his spiritual world where it comes from. We call it dreamland, but it's just back in that spiritual world where it comes from. You laying there, it's like one time my husband had his head on my chest. His head is big. I think I was about maybe 115 pounds. And he started resting on my chest, and I was like, and I went into a deep sleep. And you know how they used to call it, say you got a witch on your back? Ain't no witch on your back, the devil is alive. No such thing as that. But here it is that I went into a deep sleep. And his head was on my chest, suffocating me. I started, and then next thing you know, I couldn't move, I couldn't scream. I was like, in my dream, I was like, get out. I'm about to die. Get out, I can't breathe. Get off of me. Because I can feel my breath leaving me and get, how many of them like that? Come on, a lot of people die in their sleep because what? Because their soul don't make it back from their habitation into their body. Where the breath of God can come back in. Oh, we're going to get into the words. This is a deep study. I said I'm going to write a book on it. God gave it to me a long time ago. Yeah. And here it is.
That's good stuff.
I know, but that's it. I had this book. I taught this book way back in High Praise, didn't it? That was deep. Now, I suppose I wrote that book a long time ago, and I still just teaching it, but I wrote the book on it. So, and the Lord gave it to us. So, next thing you know, I was like, I was yelling, get up, Lord, get up, let somebody come in. I said, Lord, touch him, get him off of me. And I could feel my last breath just leaving. And I said, God, I'm not ready to die. And I feel myself dying. And I said, God, I'm not ready to die. I said, God, move it. And next thing I know, his big old head was getting up. Oh, thank God for Jesus. And that breath came back in me. Oh my God. It was a relief. And you know, his head is a big size of over, bigger than a watermelon.
Watermelon.
What you gonna say? Yes. Where you mic?
Here's that man here.
Okay, I know in scripture that the spirit can leave the flesh. You know, there's a lot of them with the prophets, they've been taking the places and God spoke to them and told them. So now you say that when the spirit leaves us when we sleep, that it doesn't go to heaven, it doesn't go to Jesus. So where does it go?
You just go back into in the spirit realm in which God created. All of this is spirit realm.
All right.
Okay, so that which we don't see beyond this eyesight here is spirit. It don't have to go to heaven to where Jesus at. It's just spirit, period. So that's why the Bible said that the world is hung upon what? It's here upon his what? Word. We're walking on God's word. If you take up the rug, there's cement. Take up the cement, there's dirt. Now I dare you to take up the dirt. Keep on going through, keep on through. But if you keep on and you find out, man, under the dirt, there ain't nothing. We're in space. We're in space. There ain't nothing else under that dirt. Even if you get to the water, the bottomless of the water is just in space. The core of the earth is on fire, has nothing but fire in the core of the earth, where God has allowed them to see the fire but can't get to it. The core of the earth, fire, waiting for the day of destruction. Yes. I can understand that. It's deep. See, we're going to some deep studies. I'm sorry, y'all knew. We might have to do it one day. But y'all got to be asking questions so you can get the answers. But the thing about it is that's where we go. We don't go back to heaven. We don't go to heaven because we're not ready to go. We're not dead. But we do go back into our habitation of the spirit of which we don't see with our natural eyes. And so our breath don't go back to God because we still breathe. So our soul still remains and we still have life. But what it is that if it don't make it back in our body, just like, the breath of God was leaving my body. So therefore my soul was not entering back in to where I can move and have, you just feel like, you ever feel like, move back. You try everything. You ever been like that, Charlie?
Yes.
But you're breathing, you sick. But your soul just have not entered back in order for, the Bible said in Genesis what? 2:1, where that God breathed the breath of life and your soul becomes what? A living soul. A living soul. The breath of God and the soul entering into the body. This clay is that which is the clay is wrapped around your soul is what is going to feel the pain. It calls this to feel pain. Your soul calls this to have a conscience. Your soul is what calls, you to have movement. Come on. Say it again.
That's for the Lord.
That's it.
That's how it speaks to us.
Come on. And so it has our conscience and our subconscious. So when we die, this flesh goes back to what? Mother dust. Come on. Our soul is what deals with life and death, of remembering, of torment. Your shoulda, wouldas, and couldas. Come on. That lives for eternity. The breath, somebody breathe. This goes back to God.
Yes.
That's right.
I mean, understand that. It goes back to God. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So, see, you're still alive because, right. So, when you're in your dream, is that your breath will go back to God because He's not taking you. But your soul entering into, yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, isn't that powerful? So, we're going to get into some of those right after God says it. But other than that, what's going on in this society means a lot. What goes on in this world is letting us know God is soon to come. So, how many understand?
Yeah.
How many enjoy that short, that little short? Come on, let's give God a praise. Amen. Let's end. Let's stop right there.